China, Chenxingtong.
Welcome along everybody, Steve Dawson here for the first of our 4 games in session 3. Session 4 will be along later on this evening. Chenxingtong, 27 years old, ranked 4 in the world, she's seeded 4 here. Seeded 53, 34 years old from Germany. Quite straightforward if we get an outright winner. If Chen wins this contest, she qualifies for the knockout stage. If Winter wins, she qualifies for the knockout stage. The best information we have on what happens if it's 2 or draw is that obviously the number of games. Obviously, but let me inform you that the number of games throughout this group stage will be identical. The number of games in their head-to-head will obviously be identical. The 3rd level tiebreaker, from everything we've seen so far, would seem to be total points scored just in this head-to-head encounter. So they'd add up all of the points scored in the 4 games you're about to see. The person with the most points will go on to the knockout phase. If those numbers are identical, at this point, I can't tell you exactly what the next tiebreaker will be. Let's not worry too much about that until and if we get there.
The first game, Winter-Ittf, Love.
Both women wearing dark outfits, but the bluer of the 2 belongs to Chenxingtong.
Love 1.
Oh, that found the paint. shot to lay down early on in proceedings. Backhand it was. There it is. Long way away from anywhere that Sabine Winter was capable of getting to.
2-1.
There's a rangy build, Sabine Winter, and so those big long wingspan, that right arm able to nicely carve out a drive there without too much place, but getting a nice angle on it.
1-3.
So both players managed to get 3-1 wins over Lee Yun-hai, the South Korean, earlier on in the tournament.
all.
Content to take her time here, Chen, and why not? We've seen some really rapid fire exchanges in certain games, particularly when the world number one was in action earlier today. The downward motion of Chenxingtong's blade will slow things down slightly,
4-all.
making the ball fly far slower through the air than if we had a series of topspin exchanges.
Five, 4. Five-all.
No ball kids in this tournament. Players have wandered around in the dark corners of the arena. They've had to step over fences. And now have to get on their hands and knees to retrieve a ball that was under the table.
6-5.
Good exchange, no lack of speed there, although players weren't sitting right up at the table. Winter in particular was some way back at times.
Seven. 6.
Missing the apex, Winter, after Chen had just upped the ante in power.
Nine, 6.
All over that one, just took a step to her right so that she could get wide and find the angle. A couple of points needed for Chen to take the first game. Remember, she is the higher ranked of the two, by some margin actually, 4th in the world as compared with 53, so 49 places between the two.
Seven, 10. Eight, 10, 8.
Nice bit of power down the line, as I hinted at earlier on. It's not so much hand speed for Sabine Winter. She's got super long levers, and just using that leverage generates plenty of speed without having the devastating look of, let's say, the world number one in terms of hand speed.
Eleven, 8. The first game to Chen.
The world number one, in case you're in any doubt, is Chenxingtong, China. And her compatriot has got off the mark here.
What you were asking me, sorry, I couldn't hear.
I was thinking the one before, and I thought, no, now she makes it first. And then I was, but then it was still good.
But do it now. Do it now in the second cheese. Now in the video.
哎，你感觉位置合适，就拉着，就照着中间一个大拉，明白没？好吧，哎，这样你才能转成，就绝对能转成主流，哎，然后接发球这个现在你看，后来你这个他一接这个你拉这个，这绝对是，这球就破了，你知道吧？哎，这个绝对不能有，你知道吧？哎，有机会你就拧起来，然后拉他，知道吧？你感觉位置不合适，我戳过去就完了。 第一步一定是咱们拉一下，啊。
The second game, Chen to serve. Lover.
So remember that a draw is the result that puts us into somewhere along the list of tie-break rules. Anybody who wins this outright makes their way to the knockout phase. Chenxingtong is one game in the right direction. She needs a couple more to secure that place. Three 3-1 win, 4-love win, doesn't matter either way, just needs the win, both of them. Great shot down the line from Winter.
Two, 1. 2-all. Three, two. Two, four.
Signs of frustration from the German as she goes 2-4 down. And that kind of a shot is going to lead to frustration. Neither here nor there. I suspect she was in two minds.
3-4.
Didn't commit to anything like a recognizable shot. And the same could be said for Chen there. Ballooning that ball. Your typical Chenxingtong effort. Oh, she's going down the line really well today, Sabine. She gets her body in a position where she can just do that, just hammer the ball down Broadway. It's going very well for her. Works on both flanks as long as she can get in line. Body position first and then execution. Right on the corner there from Chen. And there's that shot down the line again from Winter. Her not-so-secret weapon. Paying dividends for her. For at least the third time in this contest. And the second time in this game.
Challenge what? Hidden. Okay.
So I think this is the fourth challenge that we've had today for the ball being hidden during a serve. Effectively, that's where the receiver of the serve loses sight of the ball during the service motion. Generally because the server's head or torso is blocking the ball from view.
Chenxingtong hidden, yeah. Yes, yes. By challenge by Winter. Hidden. Hidden. Not hidden. Okay. Not hidden. I know. Okay. Yeah. No hidden.
So we're hearing not hidden, and there's the video evidence. You can see the ball.
Challenge and successful.
At no point was the whole of the ball masked by Chen's face, and
Not hidden.
in that regard, it's considered to be a legal serve.
Challenge unsuccessful. Winter, you. Okay. 4-6. Seven.
Over the shoulder of the German coach.
8-4.
Looked to up the pace there, Sabine, but overcooked it. On the backhand. Right there, looking for the winner. Had her eyes set on where she wanted it to land.
5.
Eight 5 in the second here. Chen having already taken the first game.
5-9.
Game point for a 2-love lead.
Hand 6. The second game to Chen.
So Chen goes 2-love up, cannot now lose the game. The best Sabine Winter can do is get a 2-all draw. That
Service was
being the
correct,
case, in the next 2 games, not only does she have to win them, but she'll want to win them by a bigger cumulative margin than what Chen has managed so far. You add those figures up, is 5 + 3, 8.
然后就是在等着跟他写出来，正是练拳方式，对不对？哎，发球自己来想不是怎么搞，按着
The push over, but it was like 3 times she
最
already
关
played
键
edge.
2合1，知道吗？绝对不能保守，对吧？必须拼命，对吧？对吧？而且这局人家前2局调动的还要好，听懂吗？哎，别当没有啊，这样2合1，听懂吗？必须拼命啊，不能保守，特别防守，别往前看，好。
The third game, minutes serve, level. Love 1. One all. Two, 1.
Now or never now for Sabine Winter. She needs to turn this small early deficit around in the 3rd game and then charge on. Otherwise, this tie is going to go irrevocably in Chen's way in terms of qualification for the knockout stage.
All. Two, 3. all. Three, four. Four, all.
Well, she leant forward to plant that backhand in a specific place. Obviously misfired, hit the net, but got the advantage of all the pace that was lost. Oh, super exchange, and Sabine Winter seems to be going up and up in intensity with every stroke there. Good changes of direction as well from the German.
Five, all. Six, five.
Went looking for the corner and went too long. German timeout.
Here you are waiting with anti here.
She doesn't give me spin.
This is both.
Like no, like she plays with my auntie. She's not playing with a lot of spin somehow.
Oh, and then you cannot
Then I
make so
don't
much
get
cut.
cut. No, I cannot influence this spin I get.
Yeah, when you are pushing long, and this ball is also not so much.
She often pushes back somehow, but auntie should get through her block somehow.
But make a little bit more with long service. At least in this ball it is spin when you are making long service. Then you can get some cut. And then she's pushing this ball, and it's also a little bit slower. You can more time to step around, and then you are only attacking, and she's only slow down. Now you are only safe. I will push you.
Normal rubber.
Yeah, normal rubber.
Then in the top spin I probably make a mistake.
Okay, then it is up spin. Then you are trying one kind of banana. Big up spin, short up spin. If you can
quite deep, and I have the feeling she just blocks to my back. I see.
Okay, come on, Sabine.
Six, five. Five, seven. Six, seven. Eight, six.
It's getting closer to the point of no return for Sabine Winter. Chen can secure 3 games in 3 points, I should say, in this game. That's game over.
8-7.
By game over, I mean Sabine Winter will not qualify for the knockout stage. Lovely angle on how she managed to find the apex there. 1 point in it. Could be much tighter, but Chen crucially has the advantage, and 1 serve to come.
Eight all.
Pulls it back to parity. Now, can she convert from here? 2 serves to come from the German. Big points for her. Biggest points of her tournament. Great switching from Sabine Winter. Chenxingtong reacting to everything she threw at her, though, and held out long enough to claim the point. Attack versus defense there, and it was defense that won out. So often the case in racket sports.
10-8.
And the writing could well be on the wall now. Game point for Chen, which, if secured, would guarantee her place in the last 16.
The third game.
Well, she had to really move across to her left, Sabine Winter. That movement there was quite admirable, but then to get all the way back across, near impossible, and so it proved to be. And so concludes her effort to get into the last 16. 1 more game to play here. But we all now know that Chenxingtong will join those safely installed in the knockout phase.
But then at least you are playing this diagonal, because like this now you are taking the round she's so good from here, it is coming so deep, difficult to catch. And then here, when she's changing, then take the point.
I think I make until when she pushes, I play backhand topspin now.
Yes, try. Because, yeah, okay. We have to, this is not good, this set to practice something, yeah? Come on.
The fourth game, Chen to serve double. Love 1. One all. One, two.
Wonder if now that her future is sealed, albeit
3-1.
without the conclusion that she wanted. I guess Sabine Winter will now be able to maybe just improve her game because she's more relaxed. Tension is bound to leave her partially, at least. No, there's not so much riding on the outcome of this fourth game.
One, 5. One, 6.
Nonetheless, Chen continues her charge towards the conclusion. And in impressive form as well.
6-2.
Can't say that Winter hasn't attacked this match. She's really gone for it. But Chen has been more than equal to it. Not much you can do about that kind of effort, though.
6-3.
Rapid fire. Wonderful flick of the wrist there. Go across court, all in the wrist.
Net.
Not much arm activity at all. Generating super speed. There it is again.
3-8.
Ups the pace, doesn't she? Quite a difference between Chen's backhand and Winter's. Well, did that catch the edge? Apparently not. According to the judges, that hit the side of the table, and no argument from Chen. Frustration's growing.
6-9. And 6.
There's a good shot or more in just about every rally that Sabine plays, but it needs to be sustained right up until the final stroke. So 4-love, the conclusion, and no need for any kind of tie-break situation because Chenxingtong will indeed make her way to the knockout phase. We'll see her in the coming days once the draw is settled. And it's farewell to Sabine Winter, who joins Li Yunhai as a member of this group who failed to make it into the last 16. We'll be back with game 2 from session 3 on this Wednesday.